Okay guys, I know I'm kind of speeding through this whole engine assembly process, but we just checked all of our ring gaps on the rings for each individual cylinder. It seems pretty consistent between 0.02 and 0.022 on every cylinder here for the top ring. The bottom rings are all between 0.26 and 0.28. So you know, if we were running boost, we'd want to open those up, but being an NA engine, we should be good. Even if we want to run just, you know, like a small shot of nitrous or something, we'd still be good with those specs. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and hang all these rings on their designated pistons. Just put like a drop of oil in the ring lands on all of them just to lube them up so they can move around good. And then we'll get to scrubbing out these bores a little better and making sure we don't have any shavings or anything in them, and start putting this thing together. Now, I think I mentioned it in another video, but it was actually one of you guys, Parrish Mendel, or Mendel, I'm not sure how to pronounce the last name, as I usually am not sure. But he actually hooked me up on these LS2 pistons and rods, so I want to give a shout out to him. His YouTube channel is, I think it's Rude67SS. He's got a pretty badass 67 Camaro, so you might want to check him out. But anyway, you can see I have cleaned the snot out of these. I've actually already got the oil rings put back on, but what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to test fit all the rings, make sure that you know, that they're on there good and that they move freely. And what I like to do is just take a little drop of oil and put it in the ring land there and kind of move the rings around. We got all our rings on. I just went through, put some oil on the wrist pins there, just made sure everything's moving freely, you know. After I cleaned them, you can see they're all pretty spotless. There might be just a little bit of flash rust on the rods there, but that's just because they've been sitting in here for a couple months. But like I said I was going to do, I just put a little drop of oil on the oil rings there, made sure they, you know, they're free and not binding or anything. And you know, same thing on the wrist pins. Want to make sure everything moves up and down. I remember Samson Rivas posted on the Bad Luck Garage page about the side-to-side movement. Yeah, perfectly normal, bud. So anyway, you know, once again, I want to thank Parrish for hooking me up with these new rods and pistons for the Nova build. So I'm going to go over here now, clean out all the bores, you know, crank joint, just clean everything out. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start slipping these into the engine over here and checking clearances with the new rod bearings. Now, when you're putting your pistons in, factory assembly manual says you want this notch in your piston to face towards the front of the engine. So I don't know if that really matters, but we're just going to assume it does, and we're going to go with that. So this is where shit gets a little tedious, guys. So you can do this one of two ways. You can either feed your piston in, put your bearings on, lay you some plastic gauge on there, check your clearances, and know you're good. Or you can go ahead, lube everything up, throw all your pistons and rods in there, throw your clearances in, and pray. I'm going to be dead honest with you. The last two engines I put together, I've just thrown them in, lubed them up, and prayed. But this isn't my engine, so we're going to go ahead and check the clearances. So what I'm going to do is, we got number 1 here. I'm going to go ahead and put my bearing in my bearing cap. Make sure everything's flush. Then I'm going to take the second half of the bearing. I'm going to put it in the rod. We're going to torque it down, or lay some plastic gauge on here. Then we're going to torque it down and check our clearances. And I do want to apologize, guys. I know this isn't like the how-to style video you're used to seeing from me, but honestly, there are just hundreds and hundreds of videos showing you how to throw together an LS engine. So I just need to get this done. I will focus more on the how-to type stuff when we go to actually do the swap on the Nova over here. But for now, as you guys know, I've not put out a video in over a week. So I've just not had time with work and everything. So I'm just trying to get this together so we can move on with the project. So don't expect to see a whole lot of how-to on this video. This is basically just a hodgepodge of, here it is, I'm throwing the engine together and getting it done, guys. Not sure if you can see that, but that's my smashed plastic gauge there. What we're looking for is somewhere between 0.002 and 0.0015. And you can see there, guys, we are right at the 0.002. Maybe, you know, between 0.002 and 0.005, somewhere in between there. So we're dead on with this one, guys. So, okay, so we got number 2. Number 2 is, yeah, it's also good. About the same, guys. Yeah, almost identical to number 1. So as soon as I find my assembly lube, what we'll do is we'll clean these first 2 bearings, 1 and 2, and we'll clean the crank journal for 1 and 2, and put some assembly lube on the bearings, and go ahead and torque it down. You're going to torque these down to 15 foot-pounds, and then you're going to go 75 degrees with them. Okay, I'm beyond frustrated, guys. I have no idea where my assembly lube is. I mean, the garage is kind of a mess right now, but what's really frustrating is I actually have over in the corner there, I keep all my lubricants, everything on shelves over there. I've not used my thing of assembly lube in probably a year, and last time I remember seeing it was over there, but I've been through this whole garage. I can't find it. It's actually, what, about 11:30 at night right now, so obviously the auto parts stores are closed. I think what I'm going to do is probably wait till tomorrow, probably go ahead and edit this video, because I don't want this video to run long anyway. I know some of you are going to say just throw it together with oil. I don't have a problem with using oil, you know, on the bearings and stuff if you're going to be running the engine within, like, say, a week. This engine's not going to be run for probably a month or more, so, you know, I'd kind of like to use assembly lube. Anyway, what I wanted to say, guys, is thank you, because the decals yesterday, you guys just blew me away. I announced that I had the 5-inch and the 3-inch decals, what was it, about probably 8-9 days ago, and by yesterday I was down to just a couple. I sold like 30 decals in a week, guys, so you guys are awesome. I just want to say that. And I posted up on the group page on Facebook, and I was like, hey guys, I got this many left, and it wasn't even an hour later I was completely sold out. So thanks guys for ordering the decals. That does help the channel when I sell those. I mean, that money's gonna go, well, the money from the first batch is gonna go to order another batch, but then after that, you know, that'll start helping with the channel as far as just buying odds and ends around here and stuff. So really appreciate that, guys. I also wanted to remind you, I told you I wouldn't spam you with it. Hadn't said anything in probably 10, 12 videos, but wanted to remind you there is a link in the description of this and every video if you want to get a t-shirt. So check that out. So for now, guys, I'm tired. Like I said, I haven't gotten a lot done because, you know, work and family, and I'm just, I'm pretty exhausted, guys, but I do need to finish getting this engine together. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and go in here, edit this video, and then tomorrow, on my way home from work, probably at 6 or 7 o'clock at night again, I will swing by the auto parts store, get some assembly lube, and I'll just do a video where I finish putting the bottom end together. So for now, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend. If you want to keep track of this Nova build or the Vet build, or gonna get started on the Avalanche here soon, guys, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Oh yeah, also guys, make sure you hit the notification bell. I know a lot of you guys are saying you're not getting notified when I do live feeds. That's why, guys, you can't just subscribe. If you want to be notified when I'm doing a live feed or something like that, you need to make sure you click that notification bell. That way when I do a live feed, you get like a pop-up on your phone or whatever, and you don't miss the live feed. For now, I'm tired. I've probably got an hour and a half of editing to do, and then I can go to bed. So I would say get off YouTube, get in the garage and get something done, but yeah, it's bedtime, guys. So so if you're a night person, then get out in the garage, get something done, and I'll see you next time here on Bad Luck Garage.